Shanty accessories. Now this is a good sheet. You will get 2 of these sheets when you get the Shanty Town. Okay, and it's got some really cool items that just give you more flexibility when you're building up your terrain sets. The first thing we're going to just talk about is this kind of this section here. Okay, this shape here. So I'm going to pop one of those out. And what this is for is when you're making a build and you're building up your buildings, rather than just having like a square and then an extra piece on the side, you can use this to actually add a new shape to your building. And in order to do that, you're going to need some of the items we've got here. So there's a special wall that only works with this, and there's also a special railing here, angled railing, that only works with this. Okay, so and in fact what we're going to do, this is why you need 2 sheets. In order to get it to work, you'll need both the walls, okay, for that particular and both the rails for this to actually work. You could have a wall here like this, okay, and then what you can do is you can actually then place these here like that, and they fit this wall perfectly. Okay, so you've got that, and that, and then once you've done that, you're going to take this extra piece, which is the same as this one, okay, double-sided, and that's going to sit above the top, okay, and you've got your railings, special railings that go here. You use your normal wall here and a normal railing to go across the top. Let me show you this put together. So here we've got the building, and we've added on these extra bits here. So I've actually got this one on here, and I've got probably the floor tile version inside and underneath. Okay, so we've got that one sitting in at the bottom here. Okay, and basically we've got this special railing on here and a normal railing across the top. Okay, and that's what that's for, and it makes this really nice shape building, and it's really good fortifications. Also, while we're here, what I'm going to mention is just a little bit about shanty buildings and stairs. When you build a shanty town and you get your stairs, these stairs are designed the same way as the stairs in the city block. They're the same tool basically. But what you can do, there's a little piece here that I've actually cut off the top, okay, and if you cut just the very top of this off, but leave this bottom peg, it allows you to slot that into the holes as normal, okay, on here, and it means that when you lift off the top of your building, nothing's there to get stuck on the top of these stairs. Normally, if you don't cut them off, you'd have to lift the building here and kind of pull it out that way. It's just a great little tip that you can do. And if you leave just enough of a smaller piece of a slot at the tops of here, you can still use your stairs to clip in to gantries and walkways as and when you need to. And it just gives you that flexibility on the shanty town to be able to move that around. Okay, so that's a good little tip as well. So what have we got left on here? What we've got left on here is this here, which is kind of like an outbuilding. So if I pop one of those off, and all you do with this is you're going to make this little building here like this. Okay. Okay, now what you can do as well, if you want it even stronger, and you don't need it any stronger than this, you can put a 45 degree, there's 135 degree clip, sorry, on here and here, and this gives you a little bit kind of, you know, more flexibility. Also, this top wall here, okay, we've also put these slots in here as well, so that you could use that, you know, to add sort of extra, you could have an extra wall. Okay, so it gives you a different design of wall if you're building, you know, different setups and so on and so forth. So you've got a bit of flexibility is there as well. And of course this is still usable because you can have open top, and if you want to, you can remove that. And this is a lovely little barrier to kind of fight from behind as well, which is fantastic. the outbuilding itself is just something else that you can kind of add to the end of a building. Okay, so we've got some struts on here. I could remove those, and I could then instead just pop that on there, and that becomes a part of that building as well. And again, it just gives you that little bit of extra flexibility. It gives you that little bit extra of a different design to add to your particular shantytown, which is really good. Okay, last but not least, and of course, because you've got 2 sheets, you've got 2 of those, which allows you to, you know, have a little bit more sort of like variety across the whole set. Finally, you've got the little lookout post. Okay. Okay, and again, you need both sheets to make one of these lookout posts. So let's pop that over there, which means you're going to have a couple of pieces left over, which is always really cool. Okay, so basically all you're going to do is you're going to slot this together like so. You're going to put one in there, like so, and you're going to use this one on the other side, like so, and that gives you your basic kind of shape. You've then got one of these barrier parts here, okay, so I'm going to pop that on there, like so, and then that gives you that little lookout post. All you need to do then is you can grab a ladder, of which you will have many, okay, and you can pop that on there, and that gives you access up there. And you've got these couple of bits left over, which again you can have all sorts of fun with. You could make that into some kind of barrier to hide behind. You could do the same with this one as well. You could just have it as scatter lying around your battlefield. You could, you know, just slot these bits together and have some sort of cover piece. It's always really good. With a little bit of space that we had left over on these sheets, what we've done is we've got a little bit of scatter. Okay, you can just have, you know, leaning up against somewhere. We've got these little lights here. Okay, there's a couple of these on here, and these are really just really cool little lights, and you can good for the inside or the outside. You can just kind of clip these on to add a little bit of extra kind of detail to your shanty town. They're kind of little hall lights. And finally, we've got a couple of little counters that we've put on, which, to be honest, are just little vents, and you can stick these vents anywhere. You can have them on your game mat, and just for fun, we put a tick on one side and a cross on another. So if you want to search for these and you mix them up, okay, mix those up, okay, then it's like, okay, well, you'd hide one over here and one over there, and then you've got to actually search to find, and I did it, fantastic. Okay, so and of course technically you'll have 4 of those, I guess. And so the Shanty accessory sheet just adds lots of extra options to your shanty town and helps break it up. Shanty accessories.